New things suck. Old things rock. My 1976 Toshiba television is still bright, still running strong. My other Toshiba laptops are still running fine. Guess what? It finally happened. My piece of shit $40 Toshiba laptop finally died. Unfriggin' believable. $40. Only a couple months. This thing is dead. Turns on. Who cares? I can push on it anytime I want. It's not going to do anything. That light turns on. These front lights turn on except for the battery and the SD light. I'm going to tell you guys a little story on what happened and how this happened. Last night I was uploading piles of videos for you guys, which I might have to remake thanks to this piece of shit. So this is what happened. I was uploading videos last night. This machine was constantly freezing on me. And, you know, beating it always helps. Shaking it always helps. That little piece of cardboard that used to sit under the keyboard, or not under the keyboard, but where the RAM was. This little thing. It's a Crest toothpaste cardboard box just wrapped up with tape. And this thing would sit right in that corner right there, right next to the wireless chip. The RAM is up here, but the wireless chip is down here. And this thing would sit there, and it would push on the motherboard, and this plastic cover would also help push it down. So that worked for a month and a half, or probably 2 months, maybe 3, I don't know, when I put this in. Well, last night it kept freezing, even though that piece of cardboard was still on the board pushing it down. Well, this morning I got up, realized that the screensaver was on. It's the bubble screensaver that Windows 7 and Windows Vista has. Guess what? It was frozen. The bubbles on the screen were frozen. I pressed the caps lock button on the keyboard to see if the light would turn on. Light wasn't turning on. I moved the mouse. Mouse didn't move. So I shook it. Nothing happened. I squeezed it. Something happened. But when I let go, it just froze up again. So I'm like, uh-oh, something is seriously wrong here. And I take it that cardboard isn't working anymore. So while I was pressing on it, I moved the mouse, went to YouTube, and it said all of my videos had not successfully uploaded. So I deleted all my videos, still pressing on the computer, trying not to let it freeze on me. Go to the start menu and put it on standby, and I selected standby. And the power light was turning orange and red, I mean orange and blue, sorry, orange and blue. And that let me know it was on standby. So, closed the lid, walked out of the room, came back in, and realized that the piece of shit was off. And I said, what's going on here? It shouldn't be turned off, it should be on standby. I opened the lid, just like this, That light was off like that. The dash lights were off. The battery, which is right over here, was inside. The charger was plugged in like so. I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna show you what happened. Battery light turns on, then turns off. So guess what, folks? My battery crapped out. This thing will never run on the battery again unless I get a new one. No, I'm not gonna get a new one. I'm totally done with this. So the thing turned off on me, although I specifically asked it to go on standby. One simple task and it fucks up. The battery craps out, which I don't know why, because the battery worked for quite a while. 3. Oh, this is the part that hit the nail on the head. Turn on the computer. Sat there and waited some more, and kept on waiting. The screen was black. The lights were on. This light was on. That one was on. Battery light was off, of course. The hard disk light turned on. The SD card light is off because there's no card in there, because it's currently in my camera. The number lock key wasn't on. So I sat there, pushed the caps lock button like that. The caps lock light, which is right here, wasn't turning on. It just stayed off. So I sat there and I'm like, oh great. Just great. This is what I need right now. So I held the button down, turns off, pressed it again, turns on, same crap. The CPU fan on the bottom, of course, was spinning up, as always. And then nothing. So I'm going to turn it on right now. I'm going to put the camera near the CPU fan so that way you guys know it's turning on. And I won't get questions from people saying, oh, maybe it's the CPU fan. Oh, it's probably the CPU fan. No, the CPU fan turns on. Yeah, you guys hear it? Fan is on. Here's the problem though. The laptop will stay on for a few seconds and then turn off because the battery is preventing it from staying on. So guess what? Battery comes out. If I can get it out. Doesn't weigh it down as much. Turn it on again. The hard disk light turned on and then turned off, so it's on. Nothing. Caps light lock isn't turning on. Applying pressure to it, or bending it, doesn't do anything. Pressing down on the keyboard doesn't do anything. Shaking it, dropping it, doesn't do a single thing. Okay, fine. I just attached it to my ViewSonic monitor. That doesn't do anything. The monitor doesn't turn on. Every single thing that I'm doing here is not working. I've taken the hard disk out. Still, black screen. I've taken the RAM out. Guess what? I get a few beeping sounds. So I know the RAM's not bad. I took the Wi-Fi card out. That doesn't make a change. I took the DVD drive out. That doesn't make a change either. I've taken this thing apart down to the bone. Right down to the motherboard and to the CPU. And if you guys are going to ask me to take this thing apart, hell no. I am not going to take it apart. So I've taken this thing apart 4 times in a row. And I just got it back together before making this video. I am not taking this thing apart again. Obviously, if I take it apart, I'm going to lose some screws. So this thing's going to be even worse. Look at that. Already, there's no screw in there. So, I'm not going to keep taking this thing apart, because if I do, there's going to be screws missing, and it's just going to be falling apart. So, this laptop is crap. I don't know what else to do. I've checked the CPU. I can't believe I even got that far, but got down to the CPU. Seems to be fine. There's no burn marks on it, no nothing. The heat sink is not clogged up with dust. Of course it's not. What else can I do? The only thing this thing's worth for is parts. I can snap the key off and put it in my stupid Dell. All I need is a new screen and a few keys. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's a video going to be coming up soon about this computer, because there's some pretty bad damages done to this. Yeah, a lot of damage. So I don't know what to do with this Toshiba right now. I can't use it anymore for burning movies. The DVD drive's already taken out, because what difference does it make? If I put it back in, it's gonna act the same way. It's not gonna turn on. No matter what I do, this thing, she's toast. She's never ever gonna work again. Leaving it out overnight, don't think that's gonna make any differences whatsoever. I've tried putting different RAM sticks in there. Nope, that don't do anything at all. I tried taking the cover off, but I stripped the screw. I was going to show you guys that if I took the RAM out, it would make some beeping sounds, but I can't really get in there because for some reason the screw just doesn't want to come out. And I'm using the same screwdriver that I used to get the screw out before. The major thing that pisses me off, like, I'm not upset because the laptop's gone, but what I'm really upset about is that all of my files are on that hard disk. And remember, you can never put a hard disk in a different computer to boot the operating system. You're just going to get the BSOD, blue screen of death. You can try that with Windows 2000 and XP. Try tossing a hard disk in a different computer with 2000 or XP on it and find out what happens. You'll get the blue screen of death. Sometimes you'll be lucky. I don't know about me, if I'll be lucky or not. I'm going to try the Acer out. The Acer has been a trooper. She's been around. I hope she has enough potential to boot to Windows Vista on a hard disk that came from a different laptop build. So, I don't know what else to do. Just upset because I have a pile of movies on there for you guys. Guess what? I might have to make them again. That is going to be a big pain in the ass. I cannot believe this. Holidays are good, but having a loss of a laptop isn't so good. I'm pissed off. Fuck you, Toshiba.